Hi Taurus, welcome back to your weekly reading for May 17th to the 23rd. I'm going to be using the Lion Strider Tarot for you guys for this week, and then I'll clarify with a whole bunch of oracle cards. It's going to be a 5-card spread. Let's get into it. Alright guys, this is for May 17th to the 23rd. What's going on for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 17th to the 23rd? First card is situation. Second card is you. Third card, too much. Third card is surrounding you. Fourth card is the outcome. And the last one's going to be the underlying energy. There we go. So this is the situation. 3 of Pentacles. Clarified by Queen of Cups. Lovely. I'm about to sneeze. Alright, let's wait till it passes. Okay, next card is you. Okay, let's get a card representing Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 17th to the 23rd. Let's get a card representing Taurus. Can we get one card, please, representing Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, May 17th to the 23rd. All right, 3 of Cups. Page of Cups. A lot of water. Alright, what's surrounding you? What's surrounding Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 17th to 23rd? So you got 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups. Situation and you. Looks like pleasant times. Like you're enjoying life. Doing well. Getting recognition. Work looks like it's going well as well. Some of you might be happy family times with your children or your child or family and friends. Alright. What's surrounding you? What's surrounding Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 17th to the 23rd? What's surrounding Taurus? Okay. Moon. Justice. I was going to say Ace of Swords. It's not. It's Justice. It does have that sword of victory, truth, and clarity. Alright. And now let's get the outcome. What's the outcome for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 17th to 23rd, please? What's the outcome? 10 of Pentacles. I like it. I like it. Ooh, King of Pentacles. There you are, Taurus. I always get excited when I see the King of Pentacles or the Hierophant or Empress, you know. Alright, so the underlying energy, 10 of Wands. Little bit of pressure here, a little bit of stress, not a big deal. Everything looks fantastic for the week. Alright. The situation. 3 of Pentacles. The underlying energy. 10 of Wands. So, it looks like it's going to be a week that's all about your work as well as your close friends and family. More so your family. Alright. 3 of Pentacles is about collaboration, working well with others. It's also a very creative energy. It's a card for artists, doing well in your craft, getting recognition for being a skilled craftsman or artist. It's about, sometimes in love and relationships, it's a third-party situation, but I don't feel like, maybe. We'll just leave it on the table, okay? So, 3 of Pentacles speaking to working well with others, getting recognition. And then you've got this Queen of Cups here clarifying this. And the water element, it just amplifies this creative time, the energy of artistry, creativity, compassion. And with the Queen of Cups, she's someone who's very psychic, not intuitive. Okay, all the water energy is very intuitive, very healing. She's someone who's a seeker of spirituality and spiritual truths and spiritual knowledge. She's a healer, and she's someone who's very artistic in her own right. So it looks like this is about this energy of I feel like someone who's very creative, artistic, and getting very good recognition for what they're doing in their craft. For you, you've got Three of Cups. It's a very social time. Again, this feeling of being out there and working with others. With this is more of a celebratory energy, celebrating success. And the Three of Pentacles seems to be why you're celebrating success, because you're getting that recognition. So the Three of Cups is a card of reunions, gatherings with family and friends. For those who are single, it's this energy of dating. Nothing serious, nothing major, just very kind of light energy of having social times, good times. Now, clarifying this, you've got the Page of Cups, this very mild, light, sweet, endearing, gentle energy. Could represent a child, could represent a message coming from maybe a water sign, because we have a lot of water energy here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If not, it feels like it's just this energy of an offer. This could be an offer to go out on a date. It could be a phone call to go out for a coffee. It's something very light and flirtatious and social and light. Just very casual, but sweet. It's a very endearing, sincere energy with the Page of Cups. So with the Three of Cups, as I said, it could be a reunion, could be dating, for those who are single, that kind of an energy, social time. And for some of you, it could be just going out for cocktails with your girl squad or with the guys, going out for drinks, that kind of energy. And this Page of Cups, though, is this small energy of a text message, a phone call, some kind of communication, saying, hey, do you want to go out? Let's go for a coffee. I've been thinking about you. Let's go get a drink. Do you want to go out on a date? Very sweet energy. Okay. Around you, you've got the Moon. The Moon card is Major Arcana, as is the Justice. Okay, so surrounding you, both Major Arcana cards, which is they kind of trump the other cards, because that means they're the Fate cards. They have a stronger influence. So the Moon card can represent someone who is very intuitive. And this represents your kind of feminine energy, your subconscious hidden feelings, all those dreams and stuff that you have when you're going to sleep, coming up, your subconscious feelings coming up to the surface. It can also speak to things that are not fully out in the light, partially illuminated, secrecy. It can speak to secrecy and doing things on the down low, okay? If there was, more negative cards around, I might say that it has to do with danger or, deception or feeling isolated or depressed or lonely. But I don't really see that. I see this as a very positive time for you. It just seems like around you there's something going on that is not completely out in the open yet or out. Okay? This is something that's secretive with the Moon energy. Now, while that's going on, it's clarified by the Justice card. The Justice card is a card of, again, it can be a card of reunions too. It can be a card of karmic retribution, balance needed here. Whatever you're doing, I feel like with the Moon energy, if whatever it is that's secretive or around you, hidden around you, it feels like it's going to come to light with the Justice card. So I don't know if it's you who's doing this or someone else who's doing this around you, some kind of secretive behavior. It's something that's going to be have to be accounted for karmically. Okay, with the Justice cards, karmic retribution, things working out fairly for everyone involved. This could be the card of divorce, separation, marriage, prenups, custody issues, all that type of stuff going on. It could be something like that that's going on. And that's that sort of truth, victory, and clarity that Justice has. So for whatever secrecy there is around you, surrounding you, it looks like it's due to some kind of legal matter or decision that's going to affect everybody involved. It's a major energy, as you can see out of all of this, these two major energies surrounding you. So we'll see with Oracle cards where that goes. Let's go to the outcome. We've got 10 of Pentacles, clarified by the King of Pentacles. Well, look at you. Okay, this 10 of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, two of my favorite cards, like I said, with the Hierophant and the Empress. 10 of Pentacles is great wealth, legacy, deep roots. King of Pentacles is who rules over that. Okay, so this is the king and his kingdom. Having to care about not just yourself, your community, your people, your culture, your background, your lineage. Passing down something that will benefit generations to come. Great wealth, abundance, security. The King of Pentacles is a loyal friend, a great husband, great brother, great friend, dependable. Focus is always on the kingdom. 10 of Pentacles there is that everything is solid, on a solid foundation, and very, very abundant, secure, and secure not just for yourself, but for generations to come. All right. You have the underlying energy of 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is about great success and great responsibilities. And that makes sense because of the King of Pentacles energy. There you are, Taurus. By the way, Taurus rules the King of Pentacles. So you've got the 10 of Wands speaking to you, one last push until you get to where you need to go, where you can relax and put those wands down. The castle somewhere in the distance, almost there. Right now, it feels like a heavy burden. But this will pass very shortly because it's the 10. That means it's the completion of this suit here with the 10 of Wands. So it's saying that a time for rest or a break is coming up very shortly. It's just one more kind of gig to go to, one more effort, one more big push, and then you can relax. All right, so let's get some Oracle cards. See what's going on. I'm curious about the Moon card and Justice. So first, let's start with the Wild Kuan Yin by Alana Fairchild. This is the pocketbook edition. I have the larger one as well, but it's quite long, so maybe I'll save those for monthlies. All right, this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Can we get a card, please, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 17th to the 23rd? Okay, I'll stop now. All right. Sorry. Dream your dreams. Let's take a look at the picture. It says, trust that the desires in your heart are placed there lovingly by the universe. You are meant to dream of what you dream. Yes, and the Moon card can also signify dreams, because I was speaking to when you go to sleep, everything that you try to push down or whatever you're processing, everything comes up in your subconscious, especially in your dream state. So it's giving you the okay to dream your dreams, whatever those dreams may be. I'm going to put that over here, put this over here. Next, let's get a crystal reading card by Rochelle Sharman. This will give a crystal as well as a chakra to heal or work with. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 17th to the 23rd, please. Can we get a crystal, please? For Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay, so it wasn't this one. It was this one. That's your stone, Taurus. I love it. Emerald. Compassion. On the bottom, healthy body. Well, not really, because there's a whole bunch and then I pulled it off the pack. Alright, so we'll stick to that. Compassion. And the green color, I'm assuming, is for heart chakra healing. But let's just take a peek here. Emerald. Alright, it says, promotes divine love and compassion, assists in staying connected to the wisdom of the heart, deeply activates the heart chakra, and assists in creating intimacy, assists in letting go of old connections and superficial relationships. And of course, it's related to the heart chakra. So let me read you a little brief description. It says, opening up to compassion is the only way for you to truly love yourself and heal the current situation at hand. You are being encouraged to let go of any judgments and expectations you may have about yourself and others. It's time to forgive yourself and let go of any self-criticisms as you allow compassion to heal your heart. You are encouraged to be gentle at this time. The Devas of Emerald invite you to open and let them shine their healing light of compassion deeply into your heart. Place this card on your heart chakra and breathe this healing energy deeply into your being to bring a deep sense of compassion. It says, although this is your natural state of being, at times due to life experience, your heart can close off to this compassionate love. You are being called to drop deeply into your heart as you awaken the pure essence of who you truly are. If you've been feeling a lack of love for yourself, those around you, and the situations in your life, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to expand your heart as you are being guided and supported to awaken the compassion that lies within. Opening up to compassion is the only way for you to truly love yourself and heal the current situation at hand. Okay, I'm going to leave that with you as it resonates. Okay, so this is the Miracles Now Oracle deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. I'm going to take one card from the top and one from the bottom just because these are very short. There we go. 2. All right, perfect. The key to getting what I want is to ask for it. Just organize this a bit. Okay. And the next one was, I release my need to be perfect, and I center into my commitment to serve the world more love. Is that what it is? Are we trying to be too perfect? All right. On the bottom, releasing anger from the past sets me free in the present. All right. Okay, Taurus. Next one is the Romance Angels by Dorian Virtue. Let's pull some cards from here. I'll pull a card from the top and I'll take a peek at the bottom. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 17th to the 23rd. What's going on with Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in love and romance, please? There we go. 2 cards again. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And on the bottom, children. Your love life is being affected by children. Okay, so Taurus, what do I see here? This is how it dropped, right? It's a marriage where the love is not equal, and the reason you're together is because of the children, okay? Now, if I break it down one by one, wedding, it's saying for those who are single, it's because your parents' marriage has affected your outlook on love, romance, and relationships and commitments. For those of you on a brighter note here who are dating or engaged, it's saying now it's going to move up to either an engagement or a wedding, okay? And also it can mean for some of you who are married, it can end up in divorce. And that might be what's going on here secretly, okay, with the Justice card. But it looks like it's going to work out, okay? Unrequited love, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. That's just speaking to, when I see this card, it's a card of like when someone has some attractive person that they've met, and you know, you keep each other kind of in social media in the back burner, but nothing really comes of it. And it's because at the heart of it, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this going. And that's because one person thinks they're kind of too good for the other, perhaps. Now, in the long term, this card can also have another meaning of when you grow and you experience life and you come back and you'll have different goggles on, that there's a chance possibly. But in the meantime, it's a situation where it's unrequited love. Now, children, your love life is being affected by children. Very straightforward. So when we get these three together, it's a marriage with unrequited love and children, okay, affecting the relationship. So it feels like being in a marriage where it's getting a little dry, but the kids are involved here. Children are involved, and so sticking to it, okay? This is the energy here for the week. It's just for the week, not a big deal, because if we look in the outcome, we still see Ten of Pentacles and King of Pentacles. And what that tells me is sticking to what you have, because your responsibilities as the King of Pentacles is always to your kingdom first, right? Ten of Pentacles. Generations to come benefiting from this. All right, so romantically speaking, it looks a little bit feeling a little, you know, low here. Not a big deal. It happens. Let me just put it like this. Okay. Now finally, we're going to pull one Divine Feminine Oracle card from Megan Watterson. All right. So it's full of saints ascended. Ooh, Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God. I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. Okay. I'm just going to shuffle again, even though that came... Oh, yeah, I'm going to shuffle again, okay? Just because I wasn't prepared. Now some of you are going to get upset. You're like, that was the card. So Mary of Nazareth, just speaking to that, you know, is the mother of Jesus. It's this mother energy here. How can you mother yourself? That kind of a thing. There's more to it, but I just wanted to get a proper shuffle in first. So let's see if she comes out again. Can we please get a Goddess, Saint, or Ascended Master for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 17th to the 23rd, please? And if Mary of Nazareth was the one we're supposed to get, can we get her again, please? Taurus, Sun, Rising, and Venus for May 17th to 23rd. Can we please get some divine guidance for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 17th? Ooh, snap. Okay. Sekhmet. The Red Lady. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. She's fierce. Look at this goddess. You can feel the energy even now. My goodness. Okay, so Goddess Sekhmet. People used to pray to her when they were going to war. It says that she was a goddess who would bring home lost children, especially with this divine feminine anger and rage, and using it to give voice to those who are in need of help, who are helpless. But I will read more about Goddess Sekhmet here, this lion-faced goddess. Then we got another one. Pope Joan, the pontiff of possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. So let's read about that. Okay, on the bottom, there's Mary of Nazareth. Yes, all right. I love it when it works out. So, okay, yeah, so we were meant to see her, all right? Thank you, Mary of Nazareth, for coming out again. Do you see how spirit works? It's so wonderful. Okay, let me make some room here. So we already know the deal with these three cards. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So I like to put the goddesses up at the top. So we got Goddess Sekhmet first. I'm going to put this one a little bit down with emerald. And then Pope Joan. And then Mary of Nazareth. Where can I put her here? Over here. And this over here, okay? I'm just trying to make it fit. All right, so Pope Joan, well, the story behind Pope Joan was she was a female pope, apparently in history they found the records of a female pope. You know that that's not supposed to be. So what happened was, I think she was sneaking in the beginning dressed as a man, and then became very popular, and she got voted in as pope. They still didn't know that she was a female. And then after a while, she got pregnant, I believe, and I'll read more about it. But really, it speaks to this kind of possibilities are limitless, seeing beyond, like, you know, there might be restrictions on spirituality here where it goes, only men, only males can do this. And it's saying just to break out of that glass ceiling and to think out of the box, and anything is possible, especially with spirit. I always get this message all the time of, they think our limitations are a joke, right? Okay, so then we have Mary of Nazareth, who came out again. So let me read about these three because they need to be read about. They want to give their messages. All right. Thank you, Sekhmet. Thank you, Pope John. Thank you, Mary of Nazareth. Let me read about them. They're not in alphabetical order. So I'm going to start with Mary of Nazareth just because she came out twice. Number 5. Look at that, number 5. 5 is the number of the Hierophant. The Pope is the representative of the Hierophant as well. And you know Hierophant's ruled over by Taurus. So let me read about it. Number 5. I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. So, when your soul selects a card. I've always imagined that Mary was terrified to hear an angel loudly announcing that she was meant to be the mother of God. Her surrender to Gabriel's words feels so courageous and too unacknowledged. Mary has no idea what she will have to meet with, what will be asked of her, or what this love for her son will put her through. But she says yes nonetheless, so that she can be in service of the divine. Mary's acceptance of her role has been in the shadow of the Christian story, uncelebrated because she is seen as so divine. But she was human too. She could have said no. Her courage could have faltered. But she aligned with the light. She heard Gabriel's words, "Be not afraid," and allowed the divine story to work through her life. And she let joy dictate her response. Mary leads us to trust that we can say yes to what feels light. It doesn't have to make sense or work with the timeline the ego has mapped out for us. In the midst of our ordinary everyday lives, we can say yes to the angel who greets us in the space of our heart and let the energy of joy give birth to the divine through us. Soul Voice Meditation. Am I in service to the light within me? Intention, I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. And then, just a little bit about Mary. It says Mary of Nazareth represents a profound spiritual and creative power we all possess. Mary, or Miriam in Hebrew, was a first-century Galilean Jewish woman from Nazareth who is one of the most crucial figures in the Christian tradition for having given birth to Jesus Christ. Mary has been venerated since the inception of Christianity and also holds a revered position in Islam. Her many names include Saint Mary, Virgin Mary, Queen of Heaven, Our Lady of the Angels, Our Lady of God, Good Counsel, Our Lady Undoer of Knots, She Who Confirms the Truth, and Theotokos, which means God-bearer or Mother of God. The Gospel of Luke relates that when Mary was engaged to Joseph, the Archangel Gabriel visited her. Gabriel announced, "What joy! Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have favor with God. You have found favor with God." The angel then said, "The Holy Spirit will descend on you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you, and therefore the child will be called Holy and Son of God." And Mary responds, "Let it be with me as you have said." Mary is present throughout her son's ministry when he appears at the temple at age 12 and declares that it is his true home. When he turns water to wine at the wedding in Cana, and when he's crucified, she is said to have remained at his side along with Mary Magdalene. She personifies the steadfast and unconditional love of the archetypal mother. The title Mother of God, or Theotokos, was recognized at the Council Ephesus in 431 CE and best captures the power of her yes to the angel Gabriel. He hands her a lily in the Annunciation to symbolize the Trinity and to honor the fact that without her yes, the Christian story could not have unfolded. All right, so now let's move on to Pope Joan. Pope Joan, where are you? Number 40. When your soul selects her card, we can so easily get caught beneath the glass ceiling of what we think is possible. But the truth is that everything is possible. It's hard for us to imagine just how much the divine wants for our lives, much more than we could ever hope. Pope Joan reminds us that even if we think that what we want isn't possible, it is. Or even better, there is something our soul wants for us that will give us more than we think to ask for. Pope Joan is a sign to trust in what you believe about yourself. Trust what's within you. Don't rely on what you see around you. Have faith. Know that the circumstances you are currently in are transformed from within. Begin to believe in a vision of your life. Cultivate the capacity to see it, to really imagine it with all your senses, and you will live into the day when it exists as the reality that now surrounds you. Pope Joan's right hand is held in the papal blessing, a Christian mudra of benediction. The two fingers that point downward represent Christ's dual nature as both fully human and fully divine. The human ego is limited and lives beneath the glass ceiling. Joan demonstrates to us that for the soul, the glass ceiling doesn't even exist. Trust in what the soul knows is possible for you. This is what Joan's wry smile reminds us. Soul voice meditation. What helps me remember that all things are still possible for me? Intention. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. So a little bit about Pope Joan. It says, Pope Joan embodies the truth that all things are possible. According to popular legend, there was a female pope who reigned for 3 years in the 9th century. She was a brilliant, highly educated woman who entered the Catholic Church in Rome by cross-dressing as a man so she could be with her lover. Intelligent and quick-witted, she rose through the ranks of the church hierarchy and was even eventually elected as the pope. 3 years into her reign, she was in a procession from St. Peter's to the Lateran inner lane, once known as the Via Sacra, the Sacred Way. Her true sex was dramatically revealed in the middle of the Sacred Way when she gave birth, surrounded by a shocked and astounded crowd. One legend says that she was killed immediately and buried on the spot where she had given birth. Another says she lived to do penance for her deception, and her son, who became the Bishop of Ostia, had her entombed with honor in his cathedral when she died. Regardless, her name was removed from the list of popes, and all subsequent cardinals had to sit on the sedes or stercoraria, a throne with a conspicuous hole in the middle of the seat, to get a confirmation of sex before being named as the next pope. All right, there's a little bit more, but let's continue on. Finally, with Goddess Sekhmet, page 174. When your soul selects her card. Holy rage, sacred anger, and positive aggression. These states of being are crucial aspects of the divine feminine. It's the female power that ends wars, that brings home missing children, that seeks justice for the earth and for those who can't defend themselves. The brilliant artist and mystic William Blake relates that the voice of honest indignation is the voice of God. The feminine has for too long been disassociated from rage and anger. If we can't embody the fiery emotion of anger, it often festers or expresses itself in subversive, manipulative ways, or it leaves us anxious and frustrated. Positive aggression, acting with love on behalf of what breaks our heart or enrages us, is what allows us to become agents of change, to better our lives and the world around us. Sekhmet wants us to come face to face with our true strength. Power doesn't come from passive-aggressive behaviors. We don't have to fear expressing our anger directly to an institution or a person who is acting unjustly. Sekhmet wants us to see that anger is an essential emotion, and Sekhmet is a sacred call to move that anger from pure emotion into conscious action. She wants us to act with conviction and from love. She wants us to create the healthy boundaries we need so we aren't injured again and again, or so that we can free ourselves from a destructive pattern. It's time to end. We have a divine right to draw a sacred circle around us at all times. The protection we invoke for ourselves and others helps move us from feeling helpless to taking loving action. Now, the soul-based meditation. Where can I create loving boundaries in my life? Intention. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. A little bit about Goddess Sekhmet and why she's so badass here is Sekhmet represents a sacred rage that keeps us protected and reminds the world of the pure strength of female power. Sekhmet is an Egyptian warrior goddess depicted with the head of a lioness and the body of a woman. The lion was considered the fiercest hunter in Egypt and a sign of protection. She is the daughter of the sun god Ra. The red solar disk that she wears indicates that she is a solar deity. She is known as the powerful one, the red lady, she who mauls, and the one before whom evil trembles. The ancient Egyptians held rituals at the end of war and at the beginning of each new year to tame the wrath of Sekhmet. They would play music, drink beer that was dyed with pomegranate juice, and dress all of the Sekhmet statues in red. It was believed that the inebriation would lull the goddess into a stupor and end her destruction. Sekhmet was a powerful guardian and protector of the pharaoh. She was called on during times of war and considered to be a goddess of divine retribution. All right, guys, that was your spiritual guidance there from Goddess Sekhmet, all speaking to using that female anger and power to guide it along a more constructive path to be an agent of change. And then Pope Joan, more feminine power here with no glass ceiling, and the glass ceiling being in your head and being able to think outside the box here and make anything is possible. And then we have Mary of Nazareth speaking to this courage that Mother Mary had when she was called to have Jesus, when Angel Gabriel came and told her, and how she struggled and how she stood by her son's side from the beginning all the way to the end, along with Mary Magdalene. All right, I hope that resonates for you. However it does, I know it does for some of you. I know there's a reason that these cards came out. I know Mary came out twice for some reason, and it's got this very strong connection for the week. Very spiritual time, very creative time, very social time. It's going to be all about family, friends, gathering, but there's also some secrecy at work around you with the Moon card. And with the Justice card, it looks like something going on that's, I don't know, whether it be a separation here because of this unrequited love with the marriage and the kids here. The Justice card, whatever's going on that you've been hiding or people have been hiding around you, with this Justice card, that's that sort of truth, victory, clarity, speaking out, letting people know how you feel, or someone letting you know how they feel, and having karma be addressed here for whatever's going on. And it looks like it's feminine anger. Okay, so Taurus, that was your reading for the 17th to the 23rd. Best of luck. I will talk to you guys very soon, and you know what, I'll have the next reading up for you. It's going to be the daily read for the 16th and the 17th. I'm going to actually record that right after this, so please check that out after. All right, bye for now. Take care.